Scene on BBC Radio London with Aurie Styla.
This is The Scene.
Get your money. Childish Gambino. This is America, Aurie Styla, BBC Radio London. This is The Scene. Now listen, I got my guests in the building here with me. I got Femi Oyeniran. There, yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate you.
Well, so I appreciate you too, sir. Cinderella's in the house as well.
I'm here.
And Phileo, Huff, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm back.
Everyone cool?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so first things first, let me just put this out here. I asked you earlier on, but just for context in terms of everybody that's listening to you now, has anybody not seen Avengers Endgame?
I've not seen it yet.
Are you somebody who wants to see it?
Yeah, I'm going daytime.
Okay.
Probably even tomorrow.
Okay.
I like the daytime ones because you're by yourself in the cinema. It feels like your own screening. That's what I'm going for.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the best way to see this.
Right.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, Phileo's seen it, Cinderella hasn't.
I mean, I feel like I should go because everybody's gonna go see it. But
have you seen Infinity War though?
I have not.
Okay, so you got to see the first one first.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so yeah, go and see Infinity War. You can watch it at home. That's available to watch at home.
Okay.
All right, so the topic, I'm not going to go into detail when it comes to, hello to Cinderella's life. I'm not going to go into detail about the movie because this is the topic we're going to go into is why I can't go into topic. Spoiler alert. Now, if for those who don't know what a spoiler alert is when people are going to talk about something that could potentially spoil the surprises within the context of what it is they're talking about. We're not going to spoil anything today. One, because our listeners haven't all seen the film, and two, because both Femi and Cinderella haven't, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. First things first, though. Femi, Cinderella, do you really care about spoilers?
I mean, for Endgame, I'm not sure because I don't know if I'll actually go watch it.
Okay, so you're somebody
you don't even count.
This is not even.
You don't even count. I mean, like I think. What's the point of you telling me what's in the film? That's disrespectful.
See, I'm with that.
That's rude.
I'm with that.
No, but seriously.
Wait, but is it like a time limit? Like if you
there's no time limit.
If you haven't seen Scarface, that's not
there's
my
no
fault.
Right.
If I haven't, no. If I haven't seen
later.
Scarface and I told you I haven't seen Scarface,
Don't
not
tell
tell
me
me what happens at the end of Scarface.
But if I talk, let's say me and Phileo talk about Scarface, you ain't seen it, but we just talk about it now. Are we spoiling it if you haven't seen it, if it's been out for years?
No, do you know what? I think if Scarface is a bad example because that's like 30-something
That's what I'm
years
saying.
old.
There's people who haven't seen it.
But like there's people like, the thing is, if you're talking about, if you're referring to characters in it, if you're talking about Sosa and blah, blah, blah and all of this stuff, and like, fair enough. But if you're talking about specific scenes with specific lines.
That's the only way to talk about Scarface.
No, but as in
movie,
you know, the Scarface ending is very specific.
Yeah.
If you start talking about that, and you're disrespecting everyone's movement.
Okay.
Well, have you seen Scarface though?
I've seen Scarface.
Okay, thank goodness.
I mean, like Scarface.
My respect level was about to go down.
I feel like you. Well, I was just talking about the ending of Scarface. I feel like that's like if you're into rappers talk about Scarface so much
because it's such a. I mean, that ending.
Rappers are like the biggest advert for Scarface. The only reason I ever watch Scarface is because rappers talk about Scarface like it's but
it kind of is. There's an element of Scarface which almost validates some of the ego and the bravado that rappers put out there. Yeah. How my guy was in there, he was that guy that rappers would like to be seen as when they're on the mic or their attitude when they're around people. I kind of get that.
It existed in culture before Scarface, in hip hop culture before Scarface.
Okay, no, that's true.
That's true. So then what was the?
I don't know. It was very
Al Pacino.
a hip hop, and then all of a sudden Al Pacino.
Dolomite? Was it Dolomite?
Yeah,
it was that far back.
Yeah,
Shaft or something.
Yeah,
and they was like, I'm trying to be Shaft, and then they turned him like, no, this Scarface guy's way
Scarface,
better.
This
guy's way cooler than Shaft.
The context of why I'm saying this, basically, I'll give you. All right, I feel like me and Femi are agreeing on this. Phileo as well. But with Cinderella, you and Endgame ain't really on this right now. For me, what it is basically, there's been too much spoilers going around. And I mean, I had to block one of my friends on social media, one of my close friends, completely block. And she went into our WhatsApp group and said, well, yo, why am I blocked? And I said, well, you said on Sunday you're going to talk about it on air. Not on there, sorry, on her social media.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, but you should have seen about it. I said, I don't care. I don't like spoilers.
Yeah. No, see, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You should have done this. Don't should me. No.
You don't should have me anything.
Yeah.
Don't should have me anything.
Yeah.
Like, because what if I don't get to see it?
Time? What if you've been on the
you
road,
might have kids,
touring?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Monday come and I see you talking about, oh, this happened. I'm like, nah, you're not my friend no more.
I put it in to Instagram after I saw it.
Yeah.
Just to see. I just put hashtag Thanos because it's my favorite character.
Okay, yeah.
I play hashtag Thanos. Immediately, like scenes, actual footage right there. I was like, that's so sad for some kid who just wanted to see a cool picture of Spider-Man or Iron Man, and they put that in, and you see, and not like part of the movie, like the important parts, and you're like, wow.
This is the thing. And that's, I mean, it's gotten deep. There was an article from Asian One, a man in China, you might have seen this, in Hong Kong, the cinema in Hong Kong. Watched Endgame and came out and spoiled it for people waiting to go into the next screening.
Stop it.
Right?
He was hurt as a child, probably.
Wait for it. Apparently, as a result of this, fans beat him up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You guys should be laughing.
I'm not
You
laughing.
shouldn't be encouraging this.
I'm not laughing or encouraging
That's
this.
intense.
Though.
I'm not encouraging this. I'm just saying I understand the frustration.
That's a huge, like, people are serious about it. People have booked months in advance to go see this,
this.
and you come out and spoil it for them.
I need to know if he came out and was like, I hate all you guys. Here's what happened. If he was just like, I'm mean, here's what happened. But if he was just talking to his friend.
Oh, no. He walked out and he was saying it to people in the audience loud. So he's walking out going, yo, this happened and that happened. And
Yeah, you would have got him.
No,
you would have got him.
He's behaving like he's in secondary school, like he's
Exactly.
that's silly mentality. No, but ultimately, I think people should be allowed to talk to their friends about these things. I feel like this, no spoilers, blah, blah. I think it's inviting spoilers.
Yeah.
When people are like, no spoilers about Game of Thrones, I'm just gonna do spoilers about Game of Thrones just to annoy you.
I just stay offline. That's it. I'm just off. I'm offline.
Right.
If I know a friend that's into it, they'll text me like, have you seen it? No. And if they go, well, let me ask you. No, I will delete. I've blocked people on my phone. Not just social media.
This is what I'm saying.
You're done.
That culturally, as far as I'm concerned, you are negative
for the
culture.
I feel like we live in a digital age, and to expect people not to share information about things that they've seen is perverse.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like when this is so niche and very specific. Like every Saturday there'll be like the news before match of the day, and they say if you don't want to know the scores, look away now. And there's like they'll show the scores on the screen. But then as I got older, when I was younger, I used to be like, look away. As you get older and you get access to the internet, there's no way you're not going to know the score by the evening.
You gotta consciously.
It's too much.
Which is good.
It's too much effort.
I think it's good because it'll at least get people off the internet for a second. Maybe like that's my thing. I'm like, wow, I feel refreshed now. I haven't been online in 2 days, and then I get back online and I'm just back to being like,
it's never been 2 days.
2 days.
No, 2 days. I think that's the longest.
So
actually, I deleted Instagram.
We've got a poll here that we put up saying for people who try to avoid spoilers, right? And the poll is: are you somebody who tries to actively avoid spoilers? 100% people said I actively try to avoid spoilers.
Wow. Yeah.
And so 0% of people spill spoilers to friends and families. I don't believe that at all.
I don't know.
I don't believe that at all. I fully believe there are people out there. Like I remember one time, the first Avengers, right? The first one that came out in 2012. I called my friend. He just came out of the cinema, and all I wanted to know is, bro, was it good? Is it a good film? Am I going to enjoy it? That's all I wanted to know. Listen, who told me to stay on the phone, right? And I'll say his name. Big shout out to Taser. I phoned him on the way to the cinema saying, bro, how's the film? And he said, yo, it is. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's one bit, and he tells me like a joke.
No, he's one of those people.
And he's like, it's not going to ruin the story. It's a joke. Like there's a little punchline in it. I'm like, okay, don't say no more. All right, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you, right? But trust me, the characters are like, I mean, this won't spoil it, but what Hulk does is that, and he just,
no.
Listen, I was so
I told you the movie.
I was so, because I went in there and I saw, like, you know, in Avengers films, right? They got little cheesy lines and stuff. Because it's got to have that little kid element to it. And some of those cheesy lines are little hit lines that we all like.
Yeah.
So I watched it and I saw them coming on the first Avengers film, not knowing what to expect because it's the first one they had as a link up.
Oh, that's the worst.
Listen, me and him, we haven't been the best of friends. Our friendship definitely broke down from there.
Like, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but hang up the phone.
That should be hang up.
You know
that?
Yeah, you
but
should
me being me, I didn't want to be rude. Me being me, I did not want to be rude, right? And there was, I'm sorry. All right, so let me just clean this up real quick, yeah? I'm not justifying the guy getting beaten up at all, right? I will not sit here and say when he went out and spoiled it and said, this is what happens to everyone in the queue, that anything should have happened to him. I do understand the frustration. Yeah. I'm a comic book fan, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen this is 11 years of culmination of this, and we saw this was going to be happening for like the past 7 years. We're going to see a film where Thanos is going to be the guy, and I want to see what happens.
Yeah,
and a man ruins it before I'd
have been angry. I'd have been angry.
You're going to get covered in popcorn and cherry soda. It's as simple as that. So, spoilers, we're against them fully, yeah?
Yeah. Fully against them.
Yeah. Okay, fully against them. So I'm not going to spoil that for you, but honestly, go and see that film, Cinderella.
See the first one.
And please see Infinity War as well.
You should watch it in the same day.
Femi.
You're giving me too many instructions right now.
Okay.
I don't even know where to start.
We're going to get you after. We're going to get you. Yeah.
No, you need to see it.
You need to send me a memo.
Okay.
And then I will follow instructions.
See Infinity War. Femi, you've seen Infinity War. All right. See Infinity War, Cinderella.
Okay.
Then go and watch Endgame. Have you seen the other ones beforehand and stuff? You know who the characters are?
Can you stop asking me questions?
No, but I gotta be because you can't go in there. I don't want you going in there and then thinking, so who's Iron Man? Like that. That would be upsetting.
Right. No, I know who that is.
Okay. Have you seen any of the films?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. As long as you know who they are, go and watch that. Yeah.
I know who that is.
All right. I feel like she don't.
I know that. No, I know him.
I feel like she should go in there. Low-key. Ain't he a rapper?
I know him when Robert Downey Jr. played him, right?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So,
all right.
Thank you.
Girl.
That sounds so distant from any understanding of who he is. Wait, the guy Robert Downey played? Oh, that's not. We need to know you know more. But
I'm just trying to validate that I know.
No, that's fine. That's cool. In the building with me, I've got another friend of mine. She is my entertainment correspondent. Her name is Akua. How you doing, sir?
What's my surname?
Oh,
Gamfi. My boy, what?
Gamfi? Jamfi.
Akua, that's how you say it. Because I saw the emails and now I know.
I for sure was not going to say it that way. Yeah, I was
but I get targeted. I got the first name right.
But y'all have met.
You know her, exactly.
Hey, you want to know what she was called? Man like who? What was his name before when you didn't have to read his name?
I said Phileo.
No, that's not what you said.
I did.
No, it was Phileo.
I did not
and
say
that's
Phileo.
I correct her. She looked at your name and said, all right, so we got Phileo downstairs. I said, who?
But that was my first time and I corrected myself quite quickly.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Okay. So what you got for us, miss?
So just on the back of this news about Avengers, I can't talk about it.
Good.
But what we can say, it's an epic end to a 22-film saga, which started back in 2008 with Iron Man.
Thank you.
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr.
And it's actually smashed box office records, with it becoming the fastest ever film to break through the $1 billion mark, taking in $1.2 billion globally.
And
in its
it deserved to.
weekend.
Well done.
And that's £929 million for those over here.
Done.
43.7 million of that came from the UK. Obviously not for those of you who are on a long ting ain't seen it yet.
Femi,
Thank
Cinderella.
you for not contributing to the finance.
Femi, Cinderella.
So Endgame smashed Infinity War's record of $640 million, and comparatively Black Panther took $520 million.
On the opening weekend.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, we're there.
I've seen that. I've seen Black
What did Captain Marvel get?
Anyway, so Game of Thrones episode 3, also another thing I can't talk about because we talked about spoilers, but it was an epic battle with the Night King. That's it.
That's all you can say.
I mean, we knew that was going to happen.
Because too much is, I can't. I just had to mention it.
Wow.
That's what I'm going to say.
I can't wait. I'm watching
because people will storm the show. We'll get
just
people
off that. So it's gonna make you watch it.
Well,
all I'm saying is an epic battle that we've been waiting for.
Okay,
it's the battle we've been waiting for.
Yes.
Okay. So Phileo, you like Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I'm into.
Okay, Femi.
No.
Hey, why?
Okay.
I've never watched it.
Never.
And you know what? I just feel it's too late.
Let me tell you
what.
But check it out.
Oh, just take 1 week off your life. No, I don't have 1 week.
You don't have to. Do you know what? If you can avoid the spoilers or you don't care at this point, you're actually lucky you've got all these seasons to get through.
Exactly.
Us lot who have to wait week by week are morning stressed and distraught.
And the thing is, by the time
It's a lot of hours, bro.
But Femi, by the time you catch up to them, the spoilers that you might see, you won't have the context to. By the time you catch up, you won't even remember the spoilers.
By the time you catch up, you'll be celebrating your 75th birthday.
Oh,
There's
it's not that bad.
Episodes.
So he's an international jet setter. You'll be on planes. You've got stuff.
Yeah,
to
it's
watch.
true.
This is true. But then I just don't. I don't even think I have enough hours on planes to catch up on how many hours
a long show.
Game of Thrones
It's
there
been over
is.
years.
Yeah, just to throw in more.
Can I, real quick?
What do you want to say?
Oh, right, wow. Do you hear that?
I'm trying to help you, not
do you hear that
spoil.
attitude? I was just going to say, right, I understand from your side. I only caught up with Friends, as in watching it from start to finish last year when it hit Netflix. So,
the show. Oh, okay.
Friends is always on so randomly on TV. Like, it just... I've never known what's the beginning and what's the middle and the end.
It's forever on.
I didn't know how it ended.
I don't feel like you need to watch the beginning, middle, and end of Friends.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't watch
It
anything.
depends.
Don't watch anything. Then, all right.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
All right, cool. I thought Friend was epic, but
But is Friends high stakes? Is it high stakes like Game of Thrones?
no, man.
at the time,
was, I mean,
Yeah.
hairstyles and
Then, yeah.
we were on a break. That's
okay, all right, fair enough. All right, what else you got for us?
Okay.
Akua?
Well, this is more like a topic of discussion: the advancement of aging technology. Because we've got Gemini Man, which is coming out in October.
Yeah.
Will Smith plays opposite a CGI 23-year-old version of himself.
I saw that
So
trailer.
basically, the story is an elite assassin, Henry Brogan, which is Will Smith, becomes a target of a mysterious young operative who can seemingly predict his every move. Which we see in the trailer is the op is Henry. Age 23.
Okay.
And it seems whoever the baddies are or powers that be have sent the younger Henry to kill the older Henry. Did I say Harry?
You,
might have
I
said
think you said
I
Harry.
think I said Henry. Anyway, his name's Henry.
Okay.
But the
So
whole
this
thing
is-
is,
This is Looper again.
With
my
Will
God.
Smith.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
Will Smith.
We were
That's
saying.
what I thought when I saw this.
yeah, for real. Well,
Yeah.
apparently this idea is in 20 years old. It's going to be directed by,
But it's a book. This one's originally a book, right?
With Gemini Man?
I think so.
is it?
I think.
Actually, I didn't
I
get
could be
that from
wrong.
my sources.
Okay.
They just said that the concept's been around for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's been through loads of rewrites.
Or
you know
maybe
about
then
this,
that's what
and
it is.
different
Maybe it's
directors
been
picking
around
it
for a
up. It's going to now be, it's in the hands of Ang Lee, Oscar-winning director of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The
Okay.
Life of Pi,
Love that film.
and Brokeback Mountain. But what it's dealing with is CGI technology for aging people backwards. So we saw this in Captain Marvel, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Douglas in Endgame,
What's the Benjamin Button?
Benjamin Button.
That's it,
So
yeah.
all that technology. Well, what does that mean for Hollywood stars now? You know, they don't. Does it mean they don't have to go and get plastic surgery? They can just get digital makeovers.
No, because you got to leave the set at some point. You can't be in green screen for the whole of your life.
But,
Yeah,
your,
but
your
then-
career
I
could
just-
be longer.
But that's what I'm saying, because
Like
you
you can do, you can have a
or
longer
would
career.
it render actors obsolete? Because then, like, why bother with the real thing? We can do
Nah,
the
I
CGI.
just think you that will never happen because you always need actors as stars for people to hold on to, and you always need
Yeah,
actors to
of
go
course.
out there and
Yeah.
to promote.
Oh,
the
yeah, I
product.
guess you need, like,
And,
that.
but
Yeah.
actors have always done action heroes. They've always done half the work anyway.
Yeah, stunt people.
Like with the stunt double, but
Yeah.
you always need that figurehead that brings people, that puts bums on seats. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
hopefully.
I mean, the hologram didn't really take off after that scary Tupac appearance at Coachella.
No.
That was awful.
No.
So no one's on it. Okay.
I
We'll
feel
see.
like
We'll see what happens.
Humans resonate with humans, man.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, that was a nice little
And
debate summed up.
And also, you're going to want to see a film, like, there's going to be characters which they age, and you're going to want to see them playing a dad or in a movie. They're not going to always have to play young people. They have
We'll
to play
see what
older people.
happens.
So,
Well, Gemini Man is out in cinemas in October.
Nice.
I wanted to give a quick shout out to British actor, mixed race actor Rhys Noy, who's starring in the upcoming Netflix miniseries When They See Us, which is created and directed by Oscar-nominated director Ava DuVernay. It's a 4-episode series, dramatization of the 1989 Central Park jogger case where 5 teenage boys, 4 African-American and 1 Hispanic, were accused and convicted of raping
Yes,
a white
I
woman
remember
called
this, yeah.
Trisha Melly, who was jogging through New York Central Park. The case was controversial because they were 5 teens paraded in front of press cameras. Their confessions were coerced and allegedly beaten out of them, or confirmed that they were beaten out of them. They had no lawyers present, and then basically they were locked up. They were kind of like trial by public opinion, basically. And even
Okay.
Donald Trump got involved, taking out adverts in 4 major New York newspapers, basically calling for them to be hung, drawn and quartered. And in the end, it was found the case was overturned because in 2002, a guy called Matthias Reyes, who Rhys Noy will be playing, confessed to the rape whilst already in jail for murder. So it's a very controversial story, very emotional and powerful story. And Ava DuVernay, she did the documentary The 13th, which is about the prison system. I think this is a fitting next step for her. This will be on Netflix at the end of May. And just wanted to take a moment for my last thing to say, rest in peace and condolences to the friends and family of John Singleton,
Yes.
who
Sad
was
news.
taken off life support today after suffering a stroke 13 days ago.
That's
Now,
really
John
sad.
Singleton carved a niche, set a trail, and launched many a black Hollywood film career. His legend kickstarted with his culture-defining film Boys in the Hood in 1991. More recently, John Singleton, he was a talking head in the brilliant They've Got Have Us, a series on BBC directed by and created by Simon Frederick, which I also consulted on, which is a brilliant series. And also recently he cast Damson Idris, a young British black actor, in his new series Snowfall. Singleton was 51 years old.
So sad.
And just wanted to go through the films: Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Woo, Remember the Time, Black Snake Moan, Higher Learning, Rosewood, Shaft, Baby Boy, Too Fast, Too Furious, Four Brothers. This is the legend, man. That hit me.
Yeah.
That hit me.
He did a lot.
Black Snake
Cultural.
Moon. I never
He
got
did a
that
lot.
one.
You
I
never
watched
saw it?
I did see it, but
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not. What's that? I didn't know what was happening.
Every creative has one of those
Right.
odd moments. But John, man, that's a legend, and for
Of
people in
course.
the industry, and just for black film culture, especially for the 90s. Boys in the
Definitely.
Hood set something on fire for the film industry. And yeah, man, loss.
51, may rest in peace.
Yeah, man.
We are coming up to the last bit of the show. So I just want to say, firstly, thank you for guys coming down. And just so you know, today is 2 special days as well. It's International Dance Day. Right. I had no idea. And today is also apparently International Zipper Day. I have no idea what that means.
Oh my goodness.
What?
For zippers, I think they give days to things.
There are loads of
but
days that
there's
we
a
don't
day
know
for
what they mean.
everything.
There's a day.
Did you know it was International Dance Day?
Who knew? I knew.
I had no idea.
So 29th April, International, in 2 days, or 3 days rather, 2nd of May, International World Tuna Day.
What?
What?
You heard what I said, World Tuna Day.
Well, tuna.
Tuna as
The
in the
fish.
fish. The fish, tuna, as in tuna. The world.
Happy World
Yeah.
Tuna Day, guys.
21st of June, International Day of Yoga. I will not be partaking. And 30th of July, International Day of Friendship. So me and Akua, we need to
Be nice on
rectify
that
our
day.
friendship. Yeah, we got to be nice to each
Who
other.
makes up these international days? Who
I have
decides?
no
Actually, the
idea.
Dance Day is backed by UNESCO, and it's in honor of like some ballet legend, right?
Is it?
The-
You
Yeah.
know
Oh,
way more
wow.
than we do.
You know a lot about
But
that.
you don't know who Iron Man is.
But you know, I was about to. I wanted to
Oh,
stay
that was
sisterhood. I
low
wasn't gonna
blow.
get
That
you.
was a low. I was about to get out here with some reputation, and you just
Nah, you said it's RDJ. That's all you said. It was nothing else apart from him. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up towards the end of the show. I want to give a big shout out to my guests, Phileo, Huff, Femi.
Thank you.
Wait, Femi, you ready? You ready? Oyeniran.
Yeah.
There you go. See, Mr. Femi Oyeniran, DJ Cinderella, and Akua Gamfi.
Don't do that.
Mine is the easiest
Jamfi.
name
Thank
out
you.
here.
All right.
Jam.
Oh, a big shout out to X, my boy Stefan, who's listening in, who said he loved the interview and loves the banter so far. So yeah, loving it. And also to Martina listening in as well, saying, yep, big up. That's all I got. Yep, big up. Nothing with context. yep, big up.
No spoilers.
This is what I'm saying. No spoilers to anything else that's said. My name's Aurie Styla. This is The Scene, BBC Radio London. I'll be back next week, Monday 8 till 10, but you can listen to The Scene tomorrow with the amazing Clara Hermit. And after me, do not go anywhere because Duncan Barks will be in the building taking you on from 10 o'clock onwards. I got to go, guys, later on. Here's the news and enjoy the rest of the evening. Take care and God bless.